have no defense. You know, you don't have the strength of a man. So any man that wants you or to take advantage of you is gonna be done.
That's why I like that Mr. Eli, man.
Con, bro.
Let me take me with you.
Con, on top of that, you women need y'all feed off of social media, which means what? When that's taken away, y'all ain't gonna have no idea what to do. You know, it's not like you looking at ways of how to filter water and things like that. Those are things that men do. Or Edomite women do because they man tell them to do it and things like that.
Get that in Isaiah 32 where it says the man shall be. Covert, yeah, covert for the tempest.
Third verse or something.
This Isaiah 32 and 2. A man shall be as a hiding place from the wind and a cover from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. Great.
That man is he's going to be a hedge. He's going to be protected, man. Yep. And if you're up under him, you're going to be protected, man. Because the angels are going to be walking with all the elect that's destined to make it out of here. The Lord's going to make sure the angels have charge over them. So they're going to be all right. Any of you women that's not up under that hedge of protection, up under that man, that umbrella, you're left out there to the elements. You're left out there to the war, man. Okay, you have to fend for yourself. You women don't have strength to defend yourself like that, man. I don't care if you study martial arts. There's some of you hoes, you know, we watch, you know, you got the women fighting in the UFC and MMA now, and boxers and stuff like that. No matter what you know, you'll never have the strength to ultimately overpower the strength of a man. He don't even have to have know all those techniques and fighting styles to actually suppress you, man. He can just hold your ass down and use his strength or choke the shit out you. He can do all that, man.
Hey, there's some men that eat mace, you know, pepper spray.
Hell yeah.
Hey, what movie was that? He was like, they tried to spray the pepper spray, doesn't do anything but clear the nostrils now.
Yeah.
I forgot what. Yeah, you know what movie I'm talking about, right? Yeah. He was like, yeah, that ain't shit.
And you gonna be some men that's like the what's that movie, The Punisher? You heard that movie, The Punisher? Right? He sent that big ass motherfucker to come fighting when they got to that fighting scene in the stairway and shit, in the hallway. You don't remember that movie, The Punisher? Oh, you didn't see that?
I gotta see that. I've been meaning to see that.
What's the one?
The one with Thomas Jane, the dude from The Mist. Yeah. I didn't see that. I saw the Dolph Lundgren.
What's the one Jake in the first Purge? The crazy nigga that got out of prison?
The crackhead nigga?
Yeah, the crackhead nigga. Yeah. It's gonna be niggas like that roaming the streets.
Yeah.
You women ain't gonna be able to do nothing against them.
That's gonna be off that Flocka, man.
Yeah.
Got AIDS too and shit.
Yeah.
Flocka heads out there, man.
Flocka heads.
Snap.
K2 heads.
Yeah. Amos chapter 5, verse 16. Therefore the Lord, the power of hosts, therefore the Lord, the power of hosts, the Lord saith thus, wailing shall be in all streets.
Yeah, meaning mourning. A lot of screams and cries.
Did we go up? Is that where it said the woe to you that it's going down? Going down? Oh yeah, you're right. It's 18, you're right.
Yep.
Wailing shall be in all streets, and they shall say in all the highways, alas, alas, and they shall call the husbandmen to mourning, and such as are skillful of lamentation to wailing, and in all vineyards shall be wailing.
Hey, because you even got a lot of the farmers are committing suicide because they're depressed that not enough crops are coming in. This man that destroyed the land. He doesn't honor the land Sabbaths or nothing. They gotta grow GMOs and shit. Okay? It's actually literally the farming industry is failing miserably, man. So a lot of that food that y'all eating in the stores, that shit ain't from the earth.
Ooh, Con, bro. Another thing. Women don't eat vegetables as much as, especially us. We eat hella vegetables over here. But you women are so used to bread and meat, cheeses and all that shit. You can't find that in just natural.
That's why they so damn bloated and out of shape.
The doctor told my woman that she was healthier than the women that are between 18 and 25.
they gonna run right past all the herbs.
Yeah, all the healthy healing agents and all the food.
They gonna run past all the shit that you can still use to survive on. They wouldn't even know where to begin.
And all type locusts and herbs and shit, all right there. You're gonna run past it. I'm hungry.
This bitch gonna be looking for honey buns and
motherfucking hot Cheetos.
hot Cheetos, yeah, hot Fritos and shit.
Starburst.
Yeah, man.
Skittles and shit.
Wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of that time. Verse 17, and in all vineyards shall be wailing, for I will pass through thee, saith the Lord. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and no light, and not light. And if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into the house, and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. Problem after problem, just back to back. You finally get to one, there's another one waiting for you. Every time. It's just going back, domino effect of bad shit to bad shit. Damn, I finally escaped one, here come the next. Back to back to back. That's all trouble. All leading down to, like I said, like he finally got comfort, leaned up on the wall, and the serpent bit him. Now the serpent was in the room. You gonna get caught up by something. It's all gonna end at your destruction.
Yeah, which means you can't run from the Most High.
Yep.
Whatever way he deems that you have to die, that's how you gotta go out. You know, and that's why we out here. We out here to tell you, hey, you gotta come back to your nationality, the true heritage of being an Israelite, and pray and believe on the name of Yahweh Yahushai. I'm talking to you men, because the flock of the Lord pasture are the men. You women that make it, you gonna have men of the Lord that are above you, you know. But we talking to the men first and foremost, you know.
Verse 20.
I got a quick brief. Second Ezra 16 and 20. We start at 21. Point is at 22. It says, "Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy." You flee from that bear, and the lion fetch you. Either way, you're gonna run from one punishment to another, man. All right. A lot of you hoes, you use your sons as tax collections, income tax collections, man. You use them, for
dependence.
For dependency. You use them for welfare, for aid, for credit. You're gonna literally eat them, man. He gonna become your actual meal. You use them for meals. Now he's gonna become your meal.
Yeah.
That's in Deuteronomy 28 and the Book of Lamentations.
God. Don't think that can't happen in America just because you think you can go to a buffet or fast food.
Because you also used to hide and juicy crawfish and the boiling crab so much.
Shrimps.
Kind of shrimps. Bro, y'all women gonna get it, man. Y'all, we saying it, you know. We got jokes behind it, but we being serious.
Hey, but you know what? You men too. We gonna include you men too.
Con, we got on you women because y'all can't stop fucking closing y'all mouth. I mean, y'all can't stop opening it. So that started all this.
Yeah,
you know?
The spirit. We can't coach the spirit.
The men are the same way.
But you men, y'all gonna get the same judgment, man.
You men are the men. The 2/3 of the men, y'all just like women anyway. Y'all, cause for this, if you was to be brought to the truth, you gotta man up, and you niggas won't man up. So the Lord ain't got no dealing. He gonna treat you just like the women. Yeah, the women down in Venezuela, they about to start eating their kids, man. If they're not doing it already. They just about to do it, man.
Well, they say we eat my son today, we eat yours tomorrow.
Yeah, man. That was it? I was doing that? Yeah. You had something? Nobody had? You had something? Go with what you got.
Isaiah 4:1, And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man,
Read the
saying,
last verse of that chapter.
3.
Of that chapter, yeah. Last verse of 3.
It's
Chapter 25.
It's Isaiah 3 and 25. That men shall fall by the sword.
We have to include you men. Y'all gonna fall by the sword and get killed too, cause y'all act just like women. And it's not a mystery why they put you into when they're describing all the shit that's gonna go down with these women. Why would they throw one line of about men in there? Cause you men act like women. What they say about the men in that verse? That you're gonna die. All right. Go ahead.
And thy mighty in the war, and her gates shall lament and mourn.
Oh, in the war.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of the niggas that you got to put a ring on it or whatever, if you was able to capture that nigga, he's gonna get drafted.
Yeah.
So you're gonna mourn having no bridegroom. Okay, he's gonna get sent out there because Trump, he's making it to where that's becoming imminent. All right.
All you chip taking niggas.
Yeah,
Y'all
all
going
you
to war, man.
Everyone's
going to this
listening.
war, man. All right.
Them niggas that's gonna
A
take
lot
the
of them
shit
niggas,
from.
they also gonna get shot down out here by the FEMA troops.
Yep.
A lot of them gonna get shot down out here by Esau and the race riots. All that is gonna take place, man. So a lot of you women, we can't forget about the men who are incarcerated.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a shortage of quality men out here. You already complain that there's a lack of good men out here.
Yeah.
How much more when the Lord really reduce it? All right? Go ahead, huh? The men of the Lord are going to be the ones left standing, man.
Right. I'm glad you brought it all back.
And her gates shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. This is chapter 4. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat of our own bread.
I'll let you slide.
She
right
going to be
past
desperate.
that.
Just talking
go
about how
back up to
desperate shit.
26. Yeah, go back
They're
up
going to be
26.
desperate,
We
man.
let that slide. Go back up to 26.
It's 3 and 26. And her gates shall lament and mourn,
Uh-huh.
and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground.
Hey, she gonna, like Bro said, she gonna be low. That's why I love what they did in the Book of Eli, man. They showed how you women gonna be.
God.
That chick was probably pretty when society was at a full
She
swing.
had an Instagram.
She had hella
She had
dates,
hella followers.
men trying to date her and shit.
Yeah.
Taking out on dates.
Taking selfies and
She was
shit,
getting
going to
flown
the
out.
gym. Yeah.
She
Getting
wore a
taken
little
to
makeup
dinner.
in the mirror and shit.
Yeah.
Had her own
Putting her
YouTube
little outfit
channel.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done.
Yep, through
Done.
the month.
Through. Yep.
They
the
put her
month.
out as bait, bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
And didn't give a fuck what happened to her.
God.
She was literally bait in the whole movie.
Yeah.
Every time she popped up in the movie, she was bait.
Yep.
It looked like the same chick, but I think it was different ones. Bait. You got it out.
It's 4. And then
Hey, it's like we saying this about you women here in America. It's already happening with the women on this sign down south of the border, man. They already experienced some of this stuff.
Yeah.
They already dealing with the trouble of Jacob, man.
Believe me, all you good-looking ass females that's going through this, you just bait for those that ain't got it. You gonna be bait because if anybody's thinking about sex or whatever they want to deal with you, they ain't worried about getting the meal or where they gonna lay their head at. They ain't worried about that. They got time for pleasure. So they must got something, so they bait now. And now you gonna be the bait. You gonna come and take what he got because he must got something.
And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel.
33.
Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
Hey, let us be called by your name. Let us take on your name. That means that hey, let us marry. Let us be a part of you, man. You know, let us bear your name. So that means what? You got to become a man of the Lord's wives, man. And you're going to have to follow his lead, follow his steps. Okay? That's how it's going to have to be. Ain't going to be no choosing. Ain't going to be no, you know,
I'm selfish. I just want you for
I just
myself.
want you for me and all that other shit. You know, why can't you just deal with me and leave them? And none of that bullshit is going to happen. Because you're going to be desperate. You know you ain't going to have, you better not piss him off. You
Desperate times calls for desperate measures.
Yeah.
Right, bro.
You're gonna have no choice but to fall in line, man. And this ain't. Don't think we just yelling out our fantasy like this is
Right.
something that we just came up in our mind. This is our fantasy. No, we reading out of the Bible. The Bible just said this, man. Y'all guys, y'all just talking about this is y'all fantasy. Y'all want that to happen.
Fantasy law.
Why are we reading it out the Bible?
Right.
Why we can find this in the Bible then? Make that say something else, man. You break that down. Go ahead,
Read something back to what he just read.
Yep.
2nd Ezra 16:33. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall the bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine.
And you know what this reminds me of, going back to Isaiah, where it says that the attitude of this place, I shall not know the loss of children and widowhood.
Yeah.
But then in the instance, you're going to suffer the loss of children and widowhood. Okay? If you got a man, you're going to lose it if he's not a man of the Lord. Okay?
Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Read that, Baba Kushal, again in Isaiah 32. Please.
It's Isaiah 32.
32.
Isaiah 32 and 2. It says, and the man shall be a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land.
Yep. It's gonna be everything you need to survive in that day. Is what the man of the Lord is gonna be for you. Go ahead, Kiwi.
And the eyes of them that see shall not be dim.
This is the difference between regular Joe Blow man and a man of the Lord. Okay? Everybody gonna understand there's gonna be a difference between the men of the Lord and everybody else.
The average Joe.
No? Go ahead, we go from the top.
And the eyes of them that see shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken.
Yeah?
The heart also of the rash shall understand knowledge, and the tongue of the stammerers shall be ready to speak plainly.
They're gonna wake up and understand what we're talking about, and they're gonna reverence the special position that the men of the Lord have. Those will then fill the 144,000 in the 1/3. But the 2/3 ain't gonna get it. Whatever, you're gonna kind of know that we're special, but you're not gonna understand. And the Lord is gonna destroy you. But those women that we're talking about, those women gonna recognize the difference in the wisdom that a good man has. And they gonna, when they finally get him, they're gonna hold on for dear life, literally. Do whatever that man would have them to do. And we're gonna do those things in righteousness. We ain't gonna pervert you or whore you out or nothing like a 2/3 nigga would do.
Yeah.
We're gonna treat it right. We're gonna treat the situation righteously. Yep, we got the end of that.
The Most High just gotta shock you, man. He basically gotta shock your mind by making your environment harder for you, harder and harder for you, to shock your spirit, man. That's what he's trying to do. If you're one of those women that just so happens to be with men of the Lord, you got to get humble first, man.
Yeah.
You gotta the Lord wants you to tremble, man.
That's right.
Tremble, you will.
Tremble, man. You know?
Go ahead with your question.
It's Isaiah 14 and 12.
13.
It's Isaiah 13 and 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir.
Oh, also, those 7 women, they gonna be willing in the day of our power. They gonna see the power working with us too. You know? Imagine when that happens, when they see a man of the Lord healing somebody that's blind or lame, or lame, or lame. They gonna see the power that you got in healing. They gonna know it's serious, man. Oh hell no, man. They're gonna be trying to grab onto the men of the Lord like that woman grabbed on the garment of Yahweh Shai, man.
Or the one, I don't know if it was a woman said she was trying to get in
Just touch his-
She just touched it.
another woman said she was trying to get in the shadow of Paul.
Yeah, shadow.
Bro, let's go. It says, therefore, I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. And it shall be as the chased robe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land.
Still describing that same day. People gonna get destroyed in that day. You 2/3 of you women and all you other heathen. If you're not a man of the Lord or somebody connected to the man of the Lord, you're done. Yep, in front of the prophet or
And
somebody.
it just said that everybody go back to their own country.
Yeah.
That's already happening.
Yeah.
That's already happening, man. He's got a lot of these people from overseas that been over here that done set up businesses. They shutting their businesses down and they sitting and going right back to where they came from.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of companies and a lot of businesses are outsourcing and they're going back overseas, man. They done made their money and they like, this shit looks bad. I don't see my children having a future here. Let's leave. Let's get out of here.
Diplomats, foreign exchange students.
Yeah. The only ones that are still here are the stupid ones that still drunk off of the Babylonian wine.
Yeah.
They still intoxicated. They don't see that this place is getting ready to go down, man. So the ones that are still here, they gonna get caught up in that too. All right. Go ahead.
It's 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
Telling me the directors or the writers of Book of Eli and the Road and all those movies like that didn't read that when they were writing that down. They didn't know about this when they wrote that down. They didn't have a vision of this scripture right here when they wrote that down, or something, a dream or something. You got it, bro.
16. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes.
What did the angel tell Ezekiel? In the 9th chapter, he said, spare not women, children. Don't spare nothing. You know, maids, little children, and women. Don't spare nobody. Get all of them. The old, the young. Yep, everybody. Get all levels. Get everybody.
Hey,
Nobody's gonna be
if I
spared.
may say this, we have multiple sieges done on Jerusalem.
Yep.
In Babylon, it happened with the Babylonians, when Esau helped assisted the Babylonians. All this was happening.
Yep.
Rome,
Yep.
66 to 70 AD. Same things were happening. Exact same events. There is no new thing under the sun. That which have been is that which shall be done. These things are going to happen again, but at its worst. Because this devil is going to have much more fury than he did back then.
Greece.
Okay? Yeah, Greece too.
The weapons of warfare is way more advanced than back in the ancient world.
Come on. That dragon, he's coming back with a vengeance, man. That red dragon. All right? Go ahead, Naj. Finish. We can wrap up.
Everyone that
If
is
you got one
found
more, we can
shall be
stop.
thrust through.
Stop.
Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished.
Yep.
Houses gonna get broken through and shit taken out of it. And your women, if she look good up in there, they better get that. They even have, like, in these type of apocalyptic days when shit is bad, they showed you even in the Book of Eli and other movies, you have a group of men, they form like little mobs and shit. And they just go around terrorizing and seeing what they can get, out of different homes. They go in and take, go into the home and basically kill the guy or the men that's in the house and basically take the woman for spoil and look for food. You don't think that's gonna happen in this society, man? You know? And then those same mobs, when they get so damn mad because it's about survival of the fittest, they end up turning into reservoir dogs and start fighting against each other. It tells you that the love of many shall wax cold.
Yep. Like all these celebrities that you got your place in society. Hey, y'all bodyguards gonna whoop y'all ass in that day, man. Cause they gon' first off they bigger than you, so they gonna want more food, more water. That's even if you with them, or if you got dead before. But they gonna turn against you, your own people.
You gonna be fooled.
Like Floyd gonna get crushed in that day, man. Yeah, he could box, but his bodyguard's twice the size of him. It's nothing they can just choke him out.
He not gonna be able to pay those bodyguards.
Right.
He don't have no money.
And what did the Joker say in Dark Knight? So let's see how loyal your dogs will be when there's no food. Basically because he's burning up the money.
Yeah.
So when you can't pay him, let's see how hungry your dogs are.
Second Ezra 6:24. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. When you read up a verse, 2 verses up, it says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall be suddenly be found empty. So they're gonna be fighting because of what? The lack of bread and for great tribulation, like it says in 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter.
That movie, we always got movies, because these movies are important because they show you visuals of things written in the scriptures. That movie, This Is the End, even though that was kind of a comedy, that was a serious ass movie. Like when the shit started happening, what went on? They was in the store looting the stores, trying to get what they can get, people were fighting over stuff. Even in the movie The Mist that was going on. People were fighting to get certain shit out the store. All of that. It's always gonna be like that. What was the other one?
Bushwick.
Which one?
Bushwick.
Yeah, what was the other one? Was Tom Cruise and who was that? World War Z. World War Z with Brad Pitt. He was in there in the pharmacy looking at him, he was like, and just my daughter, man, he was like, what you need? He was like, that was, but everybody else was all chaotic, fighting, killing each other. All of that. His wife was over there, yeah, all of that. That's coming.
Goes out the script. Isaiah 65:12. And I'm going to read down to 15. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, you did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Therefore thus saith the Lord power. Behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen, for the Lord power shall slay thee and call his servants by another name.
Right.
Good ending script, brother. So with that, we're going to wrap up. We're going to give all the praise, glory, and honor due to Yahweh.
By Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Harakakadash.
Double honors to the elder apostles of great wisdom. Shalom wa brakathum. Allah Hapakiyar, the hopeful elect. With that, shalom.